Hello and welcome to Aha Moments, and this one is entitled When Mercury Goes Retrograde. I hope you enjoy it. And if you popped on because you saw the Aha and you wanted to jump on for a little bit more of an expanded conversation, then welcome. That's exciting that you're here. And if you're new to Ahas totally, or you just found this video, this Aha Moment Mondays is something I've been writing every Monday morning for probably 10 or 11 years now. And if you want to subscribe to Humid Approach, go on to humidapproach.com, and then you can get Aha Moment Monday delivered right to your email box every Monday morning at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to read the Aha for this week, and then called When Mercury Goes Retrograde, and then we'll have a little bit of a conversation. I hope you enjoy it, and of course, I look forward to your comments afterward. And, feel free to like, share, subscribe, right? Okay, here goes. I'm going to call it up now. When Mercury goes retrograde, whether or not you follow or believe in astrology, there's one thing for certain. Everything in the universe operates in cycles and patterns. Nothing is linear, everything loops. As it loops with such precision and predictability that we can forecast it years in advance. There are physical laws and divine laws that if you study and work within them, will realize the high degree with which you hold the steering mechanism. Based on your thoughts, electrical impulses sent into the ether, the universe will guide you to bringing into fruition those thoughts by delivering impulses, signs, and people to move you in alignment. Most of what takes place beyond the physical is not something you can see, but you can feel it, work with it, and witness the results of it. When a planet goes retrograde, it is said to look like it's going backwards in the sky. Whatever that planet rules is thought to go backwards too. Mercury rules technology and communication. So a Zoom call where nothing you rehearse falls into place, Mercury retrograde. Your cell phone acts up, Mercury retrograde. Contracts that you thought were a done deal were reopened for clarification, Mercury retrograde. A blast from your past suddenly appears on your team, Mercury retrograde. A seemingly innocent text exchange goes off the rails, Mercury retrograde. How can we avoid the pitfalls of what we can't see coming and know when it's time to move? Aha. Prepare, then go. It's not uncommon for glitches in technology or misinterpretations in everyday exchanges to exist during this period, or perhaps at any time, but we can blame Mercury or heed the lessons in the signs given to slow down, pay attention, and not force anything. For a motivated personality, those times feels like you're driving your Mario Kart with the brakes on and one expected banana peel after the other appears on the road in front of you. It's all happening for a reason. Frustration and force don't jibe with happiness and flow. So understand this is a time to review, reconnect, reevaluate, revisit, and restructure. Anything that begins with re, as in retrograde. And know that your engine will soon again purr and with higher octane. So that was the one that went out on April 15th. So Mercury retrograde. Rules, electronics, and communication. I am not an astrologer, so I'm not going to take credit for any of that. I do follow astrology. I have most of my life. This little piece of hair just has a mind of its own. I can't blame Mercury for that one. But I think that, when you start to understand that everything in the world is energy and everything has a flow and everything, as I said, loops, it's not linear. So everything repeats itself. Everything has patterns. Everything's very predictable. And the laws are very predictable as well. They're very, very precise. So when, from a planetary standpoint, I heard the saying that, millionaires don't pay attention to astrology, but billionaires do. And when the astrologers, they can go back in history and they can show you what configuration the planets were in during certain times, like, when wars were started or earthquakes or things like that. And they actually can, show the repetition and how, a lot of those things happen by pattern, right? And so Mercury going retrograde, a lot of people feel it. A lot of times they feel a little bit, listless, fatigued during it. We've also just come off an eclipse. So, I think there's a little bit of that lingering too. But with Mercury, with communications and electronics, they say not a good time to do a couple things. One, buy a new computer. And secondly, to start anything new. So if you're already working on something, then great, keep it going. But what happens typically in with Mercury retrograde is that you kind of need to go and revisit things, that you're not moving in that super powerful, all systems go alignment. It feels a little bit like the brakes are on, or, I find that that's when contracts are reopened, or people say, I just want, I'm going to pause. I want to look back at this, or people from your past come back into your life for whatever reason, that you connect with people, or you reconnect deliberately. That's what the retrograde is all about, is to kind of retrace your steps, retrace a little bit of history, and use whatever it is that you've done, bring that back into the forefront. So I did have this conversation within Human You, and one of the members said, he said, it's interesting that this conversation, Mercury retrograde, has come up with two of my mentor sessions this week. And he added that the mentors had mentioned about, it being a good time to pause on the side of the mountain, have a look down, and just reflect on all that you've accomplished. So when I wrote in there about those motivated personalities like myself, who like to always be moving forward and always to feel like we're accomplishing something, sometimes just taking that a little bit of extra time to recognize where you have been, what you have accomplished, and to, just kind of just have a look around at everything. As I said, reconnect with some old people, go back over some things a little bit, and just slow down, take your time, and not try and push something new. You just kind of enjoy that time. So I agree with that, and I can feel that, when he said it inside our membership program. I said, that resonates. That absolutely resonates. So I hope it does with you as well. And I look forward to your comments on Mercury retrograde or anything else that we're working on. And jump on A Human Approach. Go on ahumanapproach.com and subscribe to the email list. You'll have some fun getting some surprises in there and staying connected. And then get the latest book here, 50 Simple Ways to Release the Shackles of Self-Sabotage. It's on Amazon, or you can buy it on our website if you want an autographed copy, and which gives you a first month free in Human You. And Human You is where you'll never graduate. It's where we're all learning and growing together. So thank you for being part of what we're doing here. Really appreciate our time together. And as always, succeed deliberately.